Scott Johnson took the first in the rings event at the Pan Am Games, so you're right, it is one of his strongest.
Now here's Scott's giant swing. He does a giant, two giants in a row. Tries to stop, but he overshoots it a little bit, so playing it smart, he just goes into another giant. It's a good cover-up, but it's still a deduction. Here's his dismount. It's a pike half and half out, a full twisting double back flip in the pike position, over-rotates just a little bit and takes a big step to the back.
Scott Johnson awaiting his score. Brandy's score for the vaulting was 9.725, getting a congratulatory hug from Scott Johnson. And now the pressure's on Scott. What will his score be? Brandy Johnson achieved the same score as her Romanian competitor, and the Johnson team wind up with a total of 19.425. They are 1/10 behind the Romanians. But first, these messages.
Summers Pardue, with national insurance companies like the Hartford Insurance Group, provides insurance for a whole lot of people in Alamance County. You might know some of them. At Summers Pardue, we provide the best possible service we can. We'd love to work for you.
Drive with confidence on the B.F. Goodrich XLM HT from Bill Anders Burlington Tire Service. Designed for all seasons, the XLM HT is built to deliver excellent traction in rain or snow. You can rely on the XLM HT steel-belted radial for a smooth, quiet ride, dependable year-round performance, and long mileage, too. Go with a name you can trust. B.F. Goodrich. Ask for the XLM HT radial at Bill Anders Burlington Tire Service, 1222 South Church Street, Burlington.
Get in the swing of things with the men's semifinals at the Lipton International and second-round action from the prestigious Players' Championship, live Friday afternoon on ESPN.
Svetlana Baitova is our next competitor, a 15-year-old from the Soviet Union, competing first on the vault. Again, repeating the restrictions. If women wish to vault, they must vault in the first round. Kathy Johnson?
She does it so easily, it's unexpected. The landing was a little bit off, but I can't tell you how difficult this vault is. The amazing part is she keeps perfect form. Legs completely together, and a total laid out position. 1, 2. Just a tiny bit off center and a tiny bit short on the rotation.
What is her strength, Kathy? Is it upper body power? Is it leg power? How come she can do so much before she hits the ground?
I would have to say it's timing. Timing and positioning.
And that was the first attempt by Svetlana Baitova. She is from Mogilev in the Soviet Union. And she is waiting now for the green flag to do her second vault. We've just been told that the score for the first vault is 9.8. A fair score.
Very good score for that vault. If she improves on the landing, we're going to see a big score. All right.
She stuck that one.
Definitely a better vault. I'm amazed at the consistency she has with this vault. Now, if you're familiar with vault, you can see the run is a little bit slower than the traditional approach. Good lift up off the horse, and as I said, a perfect tight twist.
Her partner is Igor Korobchinsky. He is on the pommel horse.
Korobchinsky is obviously one of the great Soviet gymnasts. He's only 18 years old. I'm just amazed at how they keep popping out these great stars every time. Beautiful flare work right to a handstand. He worked right across the horse earlier. Drops down to a scissor sequence. Back up to a handstand. Little bang on the horse. There's a little bit of a deduction. There's a dismount of flare. Right up to a handstand. Walk across the horse.
And he looks good. He's 5'6.5", and being a little longer always looks nice when you swing your legs in the pommel horse.
You're right. It's beautiful on pommel to see a long, thin gymnast because he's also got the flexibility. And when he splits those legs on a flare, it really looks spectacular. Now, he had a little bit of a bobble in the middle of his routine. He drops down to his scissor sequence. Then does a scissor right up to a handstand. Then he cuts his leg right back down, and here's where he bangs the horse. You see his legs bending there. That's a bit of a deduction, but the routine was such a good routine in terms of difficulty that he still should get a fairly good score. Here's his dismount of flare right up to a handstand. Walking across the horse. Only 18 years old. He's got a good career ahead of him.
His partner, Svetlana Baitova, received a 9.90 for her vault. The second vault, obviously, Kathy, was the better vault. She received a 9.8 for the first. So the 9.9 is the one that will be used. It will be combined with the pommel horse score that we are waiting for Igor Korobchinsky. This is the pair from the Soviet Union. There you see the judges making the final calculations. 9.7. Giving them a total of 19.60, and they are now our leaders, with Romania pulling in second and Johnson coming in third. From the Soviet Union, back to the United States. Our next pair consists of Shelley Stack and Dan Hayden. Shelley Stack is one of Karoli's kids, competes down in Houston, Texas, although she is originally from Endicott, New York. She is 14 years of age. She is one of the smaller gymnasts here at 4 feet 7 inches tall.
She's also doing the Yurchenko layout full. Very good vault. Little short on the landing. Had to take a small hop. This vault is perfect. As you said, she's a very small gymnast. It's hard for someone that's 4 feet 7, 72 pounds, to generate a lot of speed and power. So with a round-off vault, with the right timing and the right approach,
let's talk about her landing. Karoli teaches a unique form of landing in that he spreads the legs apart on the landing. I think we'll see it here.
Well, it's a very deliberate landing.
Feet apart.
Right. Personally, I like a landing that's quicker, crisper, and with the feet together. And I believe it's a deduction this way. She has good position in the air.
Is it a bigger deduction to have your feet apart or to take a step?
It's really, there is a set deduction for taking a step. There is no set deduction for landing with feet apart. It's a judgment call. Obviously, you can get your legs too far apart, and then it is a definite deduction.
Or a split.
Now, gymnastics fans need to get used to seeing this vault. It's called a Yurchenko. The round-off entry vault. Definitely the trend. Good approach. A much better vault. See, the problem when you land with your feet that far apart, if you do stick and stand up immediately, you're stuck standing with your feet apart.
Now, a young gentleman who recently moved to Woodward Gymnastics Camp in Woodward, Pennsylvania.
Just about as good as she can do this vault. Look at that. Perfect. Right on the horse. Good lift. Watch the landing.
Wow.
Doesn't move at all.
Give her the Elmer's Glue Award. Shelley Stack from Karoli's. She is married for this meet to Dan Hayden, 23-year-old from Buffalo, New York originally, now competes for Woodward's Gymnastics Camp.
I don't know if Dan appreciated that. Actually, Dan is married, so we better correct that for the record. No.
His wife understands.
Yeah, of course. Now here comes this great trick that Dan does on the horizontal bar. It's called a Kovacs, named after the Hungarian gymnast that did it first. Here's a stalder. Watch this windup. Look at the bar shape there. There it is, up over the bar, and he catches it. Now, he did that into a kip. Usually, he does that into a complete giant swing, but because he was so close to the bar, he had to just do a kip. That's not really a deduction, though. There's his stalder. Pirouette, stalder, setting up now for his dismount. The same type of technique. He goes up and over the bar.
Oh,
Pike. Wow. Twisting going back over the bar.
What a routine.
Now, because he had that little swing there, though, the judges might know that. Technically, you can't really deduct, but when they see something and they don't expect that to happen, they might take the deduction. They're used to seeing him do a giant swing out of it. Here's the Kovacs, back up and over the bar. He's a little bit close, though. See, his arms are bent, and he can't generate swing to go over the bar. So he does a kip.
Now, Hayden's coming off a crushed vertebrae, broken legs, back fractures. This poor guy has been in the hospital more than he's been in the gym.
Yeah, and he's done amazing things in being able to come back. In fact, the one field that he wants to get into when he's done with gymnastics if you can guess.
Sports medicine. 9.825. That's the score for Stack. 9.80. So their total is 19.625. They are ahead of the Soviet Union. Stack and Hayden are now in first, but there's still more after this.
Celebrate quality. GMC Truck has been building it for over 75 years. This new Sierra has a 73% galvanized steel body and a box that will take a 4x8 size cargo load. Equipped with an option value package, this Sierra can save you up to $800. Plus, get $500 cash back, a total savings of up to $1,300. That's the celebration cash-in. GMC Truck. It's quality and value you can work with. It's not just a truck anymore.
Right now, the team standings at this juncture in the first round show the United States enjoying first place and fourth place. This is significant because only 2 members from the United States can advance to the next round, even though there are 4 and 5 pairs from the United States competing. And right now, we're about to see Phoebe Mills and Kevin Davis compete. Mills is about to vault. The significance here is she wants to beat that 19.475 total. So we figured, Peter and Kathy, that they have to get a 9.8 and a 9.7. Doesn't matter which one gets which, but they need a total of 19.5 approximately to get into the second round. Only 2 pairs may advance, and already we have 2 in the top 5. Phoebe Mills, 15 years of age. She is coached by Bella Caroli. And Growing has agreed with this young lady. Traditionally, we say with a young female gymnast, uh-oh, she's maturing. There goes her career. So with this young lady, the strength becomes her.
She's staying very lean as she grows up. So what's important here is her strength to weight ratio is very good. This vault is also a good vault for Phoebe. She's doing a Yurchenko layout full twist. She's had great success with this vault.
Just 48 hours ago, Phoebe Mills won the American Cup, and Bella Caroli has now coached 7 of the past winners of the Cup since its inception. I think back in 1976, he's coached Nadia Comaneci, Mary Lou Retton, Christy Phillips, and now Phoebe Mills won the American Cup. Christy Phillips is not in this meet. Christy Phillips won the American Cup last year. She is now training for the Olympics.
Woo! Very well done. Again, she's hoping to stick her next ball. She stuck every single one in warm-up, so I know she's hoping she's still got one left in her.
Phoebe is another who left her home in Northfield, Illinois.
She's really got this vault down pat. The position is perfect. Onto the horse. Good lift.
Is it a 9.8 or a 9.7?
Probably 9.75.
Peter Vidmar, I want to bring you in here quickly because you were coached at one point by Bella Caroli at this very meet.
Yeah, I was. I was coached. It was kind of an informal coaching job he did.
Perfect vault. You can't get much better than that. A little more distance, but
well, Bella was coaching me at this competition. I'll tell you, my coach went home. I thought I could take this meet a little bit lightly and relax, and I asked Bella if he could just help me out during the meet, and he assumed the role of a coach. I mean, he was telling me exactly what to do, telling me how to help my dismount. I asked him if I should change things. He said, no, don't change that. Do the easier one. You've got to hit this routine. It was a lot of pressure, but it was a lot of fun.
He said, I want the gold. Did he hug you and pat you after your performance?
Exactly the same. I think I was one of his girls.
All right, this is Kevin Davis. He finished 3rd at the American Cup, and Phoebe Mills has taken the pressure off of this young man because she received a 9.9 for her second vault.
And Kevin's doing a great job here. He's doing some very difficult skills. He just did a one-arm reverse hecht.
All he needs is a 9.6.
And at the rate he's going, he could very easily get it. There's his invert giants, hop pirouette. Now all he has to do is a dismount, and he's into the next round. Double layout, little hop. That should be good enough.
So the team of Spivey Lakes might be bumped from the second round by virtue of those two performances. Kevin Davis, the heartthrob of the USA Gymnastics team. I say that because all of the young female gymnasts wanted the opportunity to compete with them in this mixed pairs and